Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
It's time for another daily dose of dismal Disney. Reuters put this article out, got picked up by Yahoo Finance, talking about how Disney is at a crossroads, and they're talking about all the things that Disney is doing wrong, but they refuse to mention the political stuff.
Yeah, people are calling it out.
They're calling it out in the comments, and that's what I want to talk about because they keep bringing up the Pandaverse, and literally everyone is like, yeah, stick it to Disney. This is 100% accurate. We got Forbes, we got Variety, we've got all these mainstream media outlets saying, yeah, Disney's ridiculous, and this is about time somebody called them out, even though they defended Disney for how long?
Well, it'd be kind of bad if Variety was defending Disney if they're taking the side of the actors for the strike.
Yeah, right?
I mean, Disney was great until they didn't give them what they wanted for the strikes. And then, now they're the devil.
I think that is what changed people's opinions on Disney. I really do. I think it was, oh yeah, we'll fight for Disney because Disney's on our side. Oh, Disney's not on our side? Well, screw those guys. Screw those guys. So we're gonna talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to shopclownfish.com. You can back Shadowbinders Volume 3. It's going to be up for a couple of weeks there. And this is a pre-order for next summer. First new Shadowbinders content in about 10 years. And no, we're not using Indiegogo this time. There are lots of issues with Indiegogo. Other people I'm hearing are having issues with Indiegogo now. In fact, I just saw some stuff on Twitter this morning that a lot of people are having issues with Indiegogo. So if you want this book, go out to shopclownfish.com.
We might be putting it on Kickstarter later, though.
Yeah, we're looking at putting it on Kickstarter. I mean, that's pretty sad. That's where we're at with this. Basically, I would trust Kickstarter before I'd trust Indiegogo at this point. After what happened last time, for those of you who don't know, we did a campaign and they held on to our money for over 30 days with no explanation.
Which is why those books are just now coming in.
Because I did not want to pull the trigger on printing them until I knew for sure we were actually going to get the money.
And then we're just going to turn around and give everybody's money back.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah, they are coming in next week.
Yes. Anyway, let's talk about this. Again, this is coming right after the Pandaverse episode of South Park, and it's from Reuters. After 100 years of innovation, Disney is at a crossroads. And they talk about Disney being, how it was based on Walt Disney and his personal compass and what he wanted for the company. And the thing is
so
that
it's written by that kind of person.
Yeah, but the thing is we brought this up before. Like, Walt would not recognize or he would actually be against the company that Disney has become now, this conglomerate that's just gobbling up other entertainment companies.
But the other problem was Walt was so ridiculous about controlling everything that he was wanting to make really weird choices sometimes, and people had to talk him down. So I'm just saying there's that too.
Yeah, they're talking about how they basically lost their way, though. They said that they're not making engaging content like they used to.
They haven't been for a while.
They're like, at the 100-year mark, streaming poses another challenge to Disney. Their early gambles, new technology produced quality films that distinguish the studio from its competitors. Embracing computers preserved the studio as a major player in animation. Now, stockholders are closely watching what Disney will do as it moves into the next century, because streaming, it's like, no, the quality of their stuff is in decline. They are, again, trying to be everything but Disney.
Right. They just keep buying things. Iger's legacy is he bought a lot of shit. And Iger's legacy is he bought that stuff and they're trying to use that stuff instead of making new stuff, and they're handling it poorly. So everything they're doing is crap. And now it's gotten to the place their streaming's not doing well. Their box office isn't doing well. Their theme parks aren't doing as well as they were. They just raised the prices. I'm like, it's just like a storm of epic proportions.
Yeah, and he said that Walt's foundation was a foundation of fact, in order it may richly possess sincerity, animation, and that he always tried to one-up himself with every new picture. And now it's just
true.
Like they phone it in, right? So they're kind of going...
That was the joke. It's like we can make the same movie over and over again.
Yeah, and Walt was always like, I mean, he would actually create a movie just to show off a new technology.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Like, he was like, okay, let's do a feature-length animated movie. Nobody's done that before.
Well, they have, but, not to the level he did.
Right, let's do, even Fantasia was supposed to be an ongoing experiment. It was Fantasia originally. It was designed so you could pull segments out of it.
Which they did for specials. They would pull this part or that part, Nightball Mountain for Halloween and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they didn't do what he actually wanted to do until Fantasia 2000, where they kept, I think it was Sorcerer's Apprentice was the only one they kept in it, but they were all new. But originally it was supposed to be something, as I recall, like it would always come back to theaters with new shorts, and it was going to be an ongoing
It was very
thing.
experimental then, yeah.
And look at, all of the stuff in the theme parks and how he was trying to, mimic the World's Fair. And
we went from new things like, sponsored things, but they were like all new attractions, like based on their own stuff and ideas or themes, to everything has to have IP shoved into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, and it's just this company is not the Walt Disney Company, but the comments are what got me, because there were for a Yahoo article, there were actually quite a few comments, and everybody's like, why are you not mentioning them pricing people out? Like, this is why people are looking at the stock.
Yeah, they keep saying about that and the politics.
And the politics. They said the price and the politics. And you're just like, oh, they're not as innovative as they used to be. I'm like, there's a hell of a lot. There's a whole damn special about how ridiculous Disney is. And you guys are just like glossing over it because you don't want to be the bad guys. So it was always on the bucket list. It's weird to most people, not to mention the price. And somewhere it became too political and lost what Disney once was. Remarkable, there's no mention at all that Disney has transformed itself from a family-friendly company to one that is enthusiastically woke. As a result, legions of prior fans abandoned its content and theme parks. It's just like every comment. I'm hoping the Snow White debacle, that it's going to tank at the box office, and that Disney's going to get the Bud Light treatment. I mean, it's like every comment.
That's about the woke feminist character, but that's more like Ziegler, I think, out there.
Ziegler.
Like, we're changing everything about it because problematic.
We have so many people who criticize Disney are fragile white men who hate competition from smart, educated women. And women who criticize Disney are basically handmaidens and do as men say.
Okay, Ted. I've got tits, Ted.
That's not even close to reality.
Yeah. I'm so tired. You just, everything the Pandaverse made fun of, Ted just did.
Yeah.
But quit calling him a misogynist, racist, whatever.
I said, well, they talked about South Park. They said that episode in this article are literally the latest I've heard of Disney. There's not much actual Disney news. I think everybody's waiting for the other shoe to drop when they do their earnings call. Mm-hmm. And we got Nelson Peltz hovering, but it said one completely ignores everything actually wrong with Disney while the other shows it in all its hilarious display. I think a lot of people are shutting up about Disney. Plus Disney now, they're canceling all kinds of shows. They're pushing movies back. Nobody knows what the hell's up with them, but there isn't a lot of like hard Disney news. We basically know Disney is in trouble, and we've got some people trying to be like, it's everything but their politics. It has nothing to do with it's because their movies aren't as good. Well, why aren't their movies as good? Well, because
misogynist, racist.
Yeah, misogynist, racist, homophobe. It's like, no, the reason their movies aren't good is because it's tired, cliched, agenda-driven crap. Yeah. And everybody sees it. Even people on the left are seeing it. And they're like, yeah, this is really kind of, they're just phoning it in.
We've seen it for quite a while. We've always leaned left.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, people think.
It was pretty obvious.
Woke equals broke. About 10 years ago, we took the older grandkids to Disney World for a vacation. We're looking forward to taking the younger kids. I don't think we'll do it now. Never mind, the cost would be about double what it was. That's true, because we started taking our kids. Let's see. Well, I think the first time we did a family trip was 2010, 2009, 2010, somewhere in there. And it was a fraction of what it is now. Mm-hmm. Everything is so expensive. Can't count on anything from Disney to be family friendly anymore. I used to let the kids watch Disney stuff without worry. Now so much questionable material has been inserted into cartoons. I don't even really want the young ones watching it without supervision. That's pretty sad. When you've got to like come out and say, hey, I want my kids to be supervised watching Disney. I can't let my children or my teenagers watch Disney Plus unsupervised because I don't know what they're watching. That's not good when that literally is your brand. Family, high quality, family friendly entertainment.
They used to talk about Disney difference, and now everybody knows that Disney difference means you're going to get less for more. They're going to overcharge you. They're going to give you, they're going to nickel and dime you for every little thing now. And then, you're going to have to, if you get movies, they're going to be shit. I mean, everybody knows.
it's just like, and now they're getting into politics here, but it is interesting because they're not addressing the elephant in the room, the Dumbo in the room, which is people are tired of Disney, not just because the product has been subpar, but because they've gotten overly political and way too expensive. And
their price. I think the arrogance of thinking that they can charge that and get it, and it's so inflated. And then it doesn't help that you have all these, pixie dusters that everything they do, they're just sit there every time they take a dump, they're sitting there with their mouth open to eat it. And if you don't like it, if you don't want to eat shit, you're a terrible person.
I'm just thinking a bunch of Mickey Mouses in a centipede, human centipede.
I'm just like, it's like you have to be there. You have to, and then these people are like, everything's great. I'm not going because it's too expensive. Well, there's more room for me then.
Okay,
I guess
good.
So have fun.
Go have fun. Go have fun. Rack up your credit cards. Go have fun. And here's the truth. The truth is, you're disposable. They don't really care about you. They don't care about you. I think that's the thing. They had this brand.
You're a pay pig.
You're a pay pig. They had this brand. This image, this facade that Disney cares about you personally, and that's how they got you to part with your money.
They do care. They care about your information and your data and what you like, so they could try to sell you more shit. That's what they care about. They know what you like because they're watching everything you like, so they can try to talk you into spending more money with them, like any other company. They've always been a corporation. I mean, that's what they are. At the end of the day, they're a corporation, just like other corporations you hate. They just pretend to be your friend.
I think that's why in some ways it's more insidious, because at least with other companies, they're all about the bottom line and that's it. With Disney, it's like they try to sell you friendship and family and all these values that they really don't
Mickey's
believe
hugging
in.
you, but you don't know if his hands are in your pocket, pulling out your wallet while he's hugging you. Like, oh yeah, you're my pal. Yeah.
He's your
How
friend.
much you got? You don't have that much money. You're cheap ass.
He's like the relative that shows up and asks for handouts, like, oh, pal, do it for Mickey. And I think people...
He's Uncle Orville, the freeloader in the bathtub.
He is.
Right.
How he didn't get electrocuted is beyond me. But that's the thing. I think people's nostalgia for Disney, for classic Disney, for what Disney used to be, is blinding them in a lot of ways to what they are now, because they have all these good memories of what Disney used to be up until 10, 15 years ago.
Up until Iger, mostly.
Up until Iger. I will say it, and a lot of people get pissed at me. Michael Eisner was actually, I think, good for Disney in a lot of ways.
He made mistakes too, but yeah.
He made mistakes. He did make mistakes.
The direct to VHS or DVD sequels were pretty bad, but
not any worse than live action.
But that's true. The live action is terrible, and that's the thing. I did a whole article yesterday about this is what Disney needs to cancel Snow White, and they need to cancel live actions in general. People don't want it. They're making fun of Bambi on the South Park thing because the live action Bambi is just flipping stupid.
Yeah.
No, we're going to do Moana and Princess and the Frog and every. It's like they missed opportunity. Make it gay, make it lame. It should have been like make it live action, make it gay and make it lame.
Well, in the freaking special, Cartman was even like make Bambi a gay lame deer. Like get Bambi out of here, bring in a lesbian, make it lame. I mean, that's the joke, because that's all people see. That's what normal people see, except for the pixie dusters. They still think everything's fine. But I've seen more and more people kind of turning against Disney now.
Well, if I was LGBTQ, I'd be pissed because everybody's associating the diversity with lameness. I mean,
yeah, I know, right?
I'm like, that's what they've done. They turned diversity into lameness. Way to go.
Yeah, congratulations. There you go. There's your representation. So we gotta wrap this one up.
Yep.
There we go, guys. It's gonna be really interesting to see what the earnings call
is gonna be. Yeah, I think it's gonna be not good.
I can't wait for questions they won't answer.
Well, their stocks are dropping again, or they were. I don't know if they are today. Over Friday, they were dropping. They were under 80 again last time I checked. I haven't checked today.
Oh.
Yep. See.
Oh, yeah. That's not good. That's not good, Bob. That's not good. All right, we're gonna wrap it up for real. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.